God is trying to use you, but there's a reason he hasn't moved yet. You've built walls he never asked for, walls made of fear, pride, and control. And until those walls fall, his plan for you remains waiting at the door. 1. The walls we build. We all say we want God to move in our lives, to show us our purpose, to open doors, to use us for his glory. But before God can build through you, he must first break what's around you. Fear is often the first wall. It tells you you're not ready. You'll fail. God can use others, but not you. And so you shrink back, not realizing that fear disguises itself as wisdom. Then there's pride, the quiet voice that says, "I'll do it my way. I'll fix it myself." Pride builds tall walls, strong, impressive, but hollow inside. And then comes control. You pray for God's will, but only if it looks like your plan. You hold the pen and ask God to bless what you have written. But God doesn't co-author our plans. He rewrites them. Each wall might look different, but they all have the same result. They keep God close enough to believe in, but far enough not to change you. 2. The moment God breaks the walls. But here's the truth. God never leaves you behind those walls. Even when you feel trapped, he's been circling your heart the whole time, waiting for the moment you'll let him in. In the book of Joshua, the walls of Jericho didn't fall by human strength. They fell through obedience. God told his people to walk, to trust, to believe, even when nothing changed for 7 days straight. And on the 7th day, after faith had done its work, the walls collapsed. That's how God moves in your life too. He doesn't need your perfection, just your surrender. The walls you built in fear will fall in faith, because God doesn't break walls to destroy you. He breaks them to free you. 3. Final. The surrender God honors. When you finally surrender, something shifts. It's not the world around you that changes first. It's you. The moment you stop fighting for control, God starts fighting for you. The moment you let go, heaven begins to move. And what once felt like silence was preparation. Every unanswered prayer was God shaping your heart for what he's about to release. Every closed door was mercy in disguise. Because when God uses you, it's never halfway. He breaks what holds you back so that his glory can break through you. So if you've been wondering why he hasn't moved yet, maybe he's waiting for you to stop building walls and start lifting your hands. 4. When heaven speaks. When heaven speaks, it doesn't always sound like thunder. Sometimes it's silence that feels different, peace that doesn't make sense. You'll notice small things first. The weight on your chest lightens, your heart softens, the anger fades. God's voice isn't loud, it's steady. It doesn't rush you, it restores you. And while the world tells you to prove yourself, God whispers, "Be still and know that I am God." Because when heaven speaks, your spirit recognizes its home. 5. The fire that refines you. After surrender comes the fire, not to destroy you, but to define you. Every person God used went through fire first. Moses had the wilderness, Joseph had the prison, David had the cave. The fire burns away everything you thought you needed, until all that's left is what God can use. Don't fear the fire. It's not punishment, it's proof. Proof that God sees something in you worth refining. 6. When God finally uses you. And then, one day, it happens. Not with applause, not with a spotlight, but in the quiet obedience of your heart. God starts using you, in words you didn't plan, in moments you didn't expect, in ways you didn't think you were ready for. You become the answered prayer someone else was waiting for. And when you look back, you realize it was never about being perfect. It was about being available. So maybe God hasn't been distant. Maybe he's been preparing. Because when you finally stop asking, Why hasn't God used me yet? You'll hear him whisper, I already am, the whisper that changes everything. And now, the question remains, are you ready to stop building walls and finally let God move through you? Because the moment you surrender, the story isn't over. It's just beginning. There are doors waiting to open, battles you didn't see coming, and blessings that don't arrive on your schedule. And the greatest part, God is already moving, even when you don't feel it. So the real question isn't, why hasn't God used me yet? It's, will you let him?